Well, today's the day I finally start Throne of Glass. So far, I've only read like 3 chapters and I am already loving it. Like, honestly, from the first couple pages, I was just hooked. And just by these couple of pages, this has made me so hopeful for this entire series. So let's talk about what we do know. Celaena is imprisoned. Sorry, I cannot remember names to save my life. And basically, Prince Dorian is offering her a way out. The prince basically wants her to enter this competition to become a Darlan's assassin. And if she wins this competition, she gets to walk free after 4 years of her lifelong sentence. I'm invested. That was only 3 chapters. So yeah, I'm definitely going to continue reading this throughout the day today. So we'll talk then. Okay, I'm heading home and I got to chapter 9 while I was at work. But like I said, I really am enjoying it. I think at this point, I'm just ready for the championship to begin because I want the action. The witty sarcasm from Celaena to all the other characters is absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you can see it, but I did tab a page in my book that actually made me laugh out loud. I'll read it when I'm not driving, of course. I'm hoping I can get to a stoplight and read it real quick for you. Okay, I'm finally at a stoplight. It was, shall I gag you or are you capable of being silent without assistance? Like, I'm weak. For now, I think that kind of concludes my thoughts for the day. I'm going to obviously pick this back up again tomorrow and I will update you the further I get into it. I'm hoping, honestly, I can finish it this weekend, but we'll see. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is no longer the next day, it is now 2 days later. I got 0 reading in yesterday. I was just so busy at work and had way too many things to do, it just was not happening. But today is a beautiful day out, it is so nice and warm. And also it's going to be like the last warm day we have for like the next week. So I figured I should go sit outside and enjoy this. Okay, I read all the way to chapter 14. So roughly I read just a little over 40 pages. My thoughts for the day right now are I'm liking the princess and I'm very suspicious on how the Eye Eater died. Like who killed him and why. So hopefully I find that out soon. I am going to try and pick this back up tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. Tomorrow is Easter and we are going to have some family over, so I'm not sure how much reading I'll get in, but we'll see. If not, I will pick this back up again Monday. Okay, it is now Monday and so far I have got a ton of reading in. I am almost 50% through the book and I have some things I want to talk about. And I have tabbed my book so I would remember where to come back to. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is Celaena's past keeps getting brought up and we keep getting slivers of what it was like for her. It makes me so freaking sad for her, but at the same time, like, she is such a badass. I wonder if we're gonna get more from this book or another book on her past and like her time with Arobynn and like how things were for her like before this point. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so the second tab. I definitely think Dorian and Celaena have some chemistry and something is going to happen. I don't know when, and I could be totally wrong and just reading into it. But they both state that there is like some interest between the two, and I'm just like wondering if it's actually going to form. And the third tab. Champions keep dying and I'm really wondering who's killing them, why are they disappearing, like what is actually going on? Something's fishy and I honestly have no guesses as to who's doing it or why it's happening. I'm going to continue reading throughout the day today and hopefully I get some more in. If not the same amount, that would be awesome. But if I have any other updates, I will let you guys know. Okay, we definitely have some things to talk about today. So on my way home yesterday, I decided to listen to the audio and I had extra time this morning, so I listened to it again. And then I read some more this morning, so now I only have 50 pages left. Some spoilers are incoming if you want to skip through this part. But Cain and Catelyn know exactly who she is. And Celaena pretty much told the princess everything about who she is and why she's actually there. Oh, and she found Elena. And Elena says to her, Something evil dwells in this castle, something wicked enough to make the stars quake. Its malice echoes into all worlds. Girl, she just dropped a bomb on Celaena. Like, I have so many questions. Ooh, but on the plus side for me, I finally figured out who or what was killing all the contestants. And this is where the spoilers are coming. I freaking knew Cain was up to no good. I knew he was up to no good, but I really didn't think he was involved with these deaths, or at least in the way that it was portrayed. But I just had a bad feeling about him. But I am wondering why Cain is using the word marks. I don't know how you say that. I'm going to call them the word marks. I don't know why Cain is using the word marks to summon all the champion's strength. Like, what does he need it for? I'm assuming he's using it to try to win, but like, why is he trying to win? What's his motive as a whole? I also found out that she ended up telling Nox a decent amount of information, basically told him, get out of here. Shit's about to go down. And thank God he escaped, and I'm hoping he escaped safely because I don't know what it is, but I'm liking him. I feel like that's a good amount of tabs. And also, let's talk about the fact that Catelyn is trying to kill Celaena. She's trying to poison her. I literally stopped at the part where she's about to duel Grave. And then if she beats Grave, which I'm assuming she's going to do, she's then going to fight Cain. How are we going to wrap all this up in 50 pages? My best guess, and I really hope I'm wrong, is that this is going to end on a cliffhanger, for one. It's gonna be her fighting Cain and like something crazy is gonna happen and you're like not gonna be sure if she's going to be alive and you're gonna have to pick up the second book. I could be way wrong. We could find out she won or she didn't by the end of this, but I just keep thinking, how is this going to get wrapped up with this amount of pages left? I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's about all the updates and thoughts I have for you right now. Still loving it. I'm definitely finishing this today, whether it's at work or when I get home. I gotta see how this ends. So once I finish it, I will come back and I will update you, and oh my God, I'm so freaking excited. So I finished Throne of Glass last night. Remember how I said I only have 50 pages left? Well, I only got to read 30 at work and I read the last 20 before I went to bed last night. And I feel like so much freaking happened in those last 50 pages. It's ridiculous. I'm honestly still trying to process the book myself. Well, once again, some spoilers are coming. So if you don't want to hear it, haven't read the series, please skip now. Okay, so when she was dueling Cain and she was having all these like hallucinations, I was like, what is going on? Like, you have no idea how confused I was. And I kept thinking it was me. I was like, man, I was understanding this entire book and now I get to this part and I have no idea what the heck is going on. Well, it was explained afterwards, thank God. But basically, Elena saved her life. Really, the princess did though, because she can like weld magic. I'm gonna be terrible at explaining this, but like understand the word marks and like how to, I guess, use them. Which if you saw my prediction yesterday, that's definitely not at all what I was thinking was gonna happen. Like, I really thought that was gonna end on a cliffhanger. I'm so glad it didn't though. And also, Celaena broke things off with Dorian, and honestly, I'm kind of happy about it. As you know, at first I was really rooting for them, but the more I kept reading into the book, I just wasn't feeling like the chemistry, like the deep chemistry. But now that that's happened, I think I'm crazy when I say this, but there's something going on between her and Chaol. There has to be. I started getting suspicious when he got her that ring. I'm telling you. Oh, and Chaol's also man of the freaking year because he killed Cain. Yeah, I was so freaking happy when he did that. He basically lost his shit and was like, you know what? Enough. So it basically ended with Celaena becoming the champion of Adarlan. And they were like, are you ready for your first task? And she was like, yeah. So, ooh, I'm ready for Crown of Midnight. I am really curious to see how this is all going to pan out. Okay, so now let's talk about my final thoughts. So I read ACOTAR back in 2024, so I knew I liked Sarah J. Maas's writing, but I am just so anxiety-ridden going into fantasy books. They just truly intimidate me and just freak me out. I'm always nervous. I'm just not going to understand what's actually going on. So with that being said, I was still very nervous going into Throne of Glass. But I'm so glad I finally took the plunge and just dove right in. I ended up really enjoying this first book a lot. I honestly think it's going to be 5 stars. I'm still pondering it, but that's where I'm leaning, which is insane because I'm all worked up and nervous for a 5-star read. But I do think I'm gonna squeeze in 1 or 2 books before I pick up Crown of Midnight. I just need like a palate cleanser before I dive back in. And also, if you've kept up with my channel at all, I just read Praise by Sarah Kate and I absolutely loved it. Once again, another 5-star read. And I have just been itching to pick up the second book, so that's probably the direction I'm gonna go before I dive back into Throne of Glass. But make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And you don't wanna miss part 2 of me reading Crown of Midnight. I really do hope you guys enjoy this series, and I hope you stick along for the ride throughout my Throne of Glass reading journey. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye guys.